All right, let's get this big wet party started with Piranha 3DD. Great title, too. What's up, Ginger? Yeah, I forgot to look for the Look movie link, and then I forgot to do something else real quick, and I just did that, so we're all good. And then I made coffee, too. I wasn't sure if I was going to do it tonight because I don't know if I forgot I bumped my shoulder into something the other day or if I just slept on it. My arm is killing me ever since last night. Like if I'm sitting or I'm standing, it's fine. But if I like lean on it, which is how I sleep, so that's not ideal, it hurts so bad. So I'm in a lot of pain. But I figure this will get my mind off of it. Plus, I took a few painkillers earlier for it, which I don't rarely ever take. But man, I don't know what the hell happened to my fucking shoulder, arm. It's like right up here, and it's killing me. But this is a fun sequel, even though it's not on the same level as the original. Well, Piranha 3D. This version's original. The cast isn't as good. I mean, you don't have Elizabeth Shue back, but you have Ving Rhames. You have the guy, I always forget his name, with the bald head. He's in a million different things. David something. It'll come to me. He's in this. He owns the Waterpark. He's the stepdad of, I forget her name, the main chick, but good-looking girl, too. So this all takes place in a water park that is having its grand opening right after, and it's right nearby where the lake was in the last movie that all these killer piranha came out of the ground, 200 million years old piranha, and killed everybody. So they still open this park anyway, and chaos ensues, basically. But if anyone hasn't seen this one and has seen 3D, watch it. Like I said, it's not as good, but it's still a blast in pretty much every single way. It just doesn't go, I don't know how to describe it. It doesn't go as far out there and over the top. It goes over the top, trust me. A little too over the top, maybe, and ridiculous. Not that the first movie, 3D, is grounded in any way or anything like that, but it's just not executed as well. Hey, what's up, man? By the way, I got an 87 on my test today, 2015. Could begin this week. I'm seeing Naked Gun tomorrow. Well, congrats on the test, buddy. And yeah, Naked Gun's coming out, or it came out. Honestly, I've seen the first original one. Let me take this down. A few times, maybe like twice when I was younger. I never loved it, so I don't really have any investment in seeing this remake. I'll probably still see it down the line, but it's not something that I'm eager to jump at. But I hope you have a good time with it. Graduation is in 2 weeks. Nice, man. But at least we have the great man himself in this one. Yes, we have David Hasselhoff in this fucking movie, and the little ginger moron, which is so funny. The whole ending to this movie is great. That whole ginger moron kid is a moron, and he's a ginger. No offense, Ginger. You're not a moron. This kid is. Everything he does in this movie. But we have Hasselhoff. There's other guest stars that I'm not remembering. Besides Christopher Lloyd, he's back from the first movie. And even crazier this time, from what I remember, because like I don't know if he lost his job or his book didn't sell. That's what it is. His book didn't sell well. And they all thought he was a lunatic because he thought that these fish, that piranha, were going to come out of the ground and start attacking everybody and kill the human race. And it never happened. So he got discredited. That's what happened to him. But he's a lot more batshit crazy in this movie. Let's just go through this quick. If anyone, can't talk. If anybody wants to watch along, I put the Look movie link in there. It's not pinned actually because I got to do that on YouTube. It will be in a second. And then I'll do a countdown 3, 2, 1, go. And then we will get wet and wild and eat my piranha. Just sharing. Thanks as always, buddy. It came out, Naked Gun. What, Friday? This past Friday, maybe, or Thursday? I'm going to dedicate it to my late girlfriend. Oh, yeah, that's nice, man. I hope you're doing all right, buddy. You know, if you ever need to talk, you can always message me anytime. You know, I'm always up. I don't fucking sleep. I've been sleeping weird the last 2 weeks. I'm like up till 6, 7 a.m. That's kind of normal, but sometimes even earlier and later than that. And then I'll pass out. I'll wake up. I'll get some work done. Then I'll be up again all through the night, and because I slept like earlier, so then it's all thrown off. It's terrible, but it usually fixes itself out. But all right, let's start this movie, and it's gonna kill me what the guy's name is. I'm just looking it up quick. Screw that. The bald guy. He's in so many comedies. He was in Harold and Kumar Go to Guantanamo Bay or Escape from Guantanamo Bay when he wipes his ass with the Constitution or the Bill of Rights, something like that. And the other guy says, "Why is your ass so dirty?" Harold and Kumar's nostalgic as hell for me back then. But he's also in Final Destination 5. He's the manager or whatever, the company that they work at, that they take the bus and the bridge collapses. He's been in so many things. It's David something, and we're about to find out. And I always forget this guy's name too. It's not like it's just right now. I always forget his name. It's like Koechner, like something with a K. That sounds right. So here we go. No, here we don't go. Put the fucking cast right there. Okay, there you go. David Koechner. Is that how you say that? See, so I was close. I knew it was a K and Koechner or something like that. Koechner. He's funny. He can be a bit of a annoyance in some movies and his performances, but sometimes he's really funny. This one, for the most part, he's pretty funny. But this is a movie, like I said, that is way more over the top and insane than 3D is. I mean, his character gets decapitated by, those flags on a string that you would hang at events and stuff, parties. That decapitates him. So that's the movie we're dealing with here. So let's start it up. 3, 2, 1, go. If anybody comes in, wants to watch, look, movie link is posted. And then next week we will get back to Twin Peaks. Actually, we are in season 2. This movie starts off immediately. Spring break, girls checking their. I meant to turn it down, not up. Shaking their asses everywhere, just like the first movie. And then they show. Oh man, my arm is killing me. They show what happened to Lake Victoria from the last movie. And again, it's funny how they show the stage in the last movie tilting over and they're like holding onto it like it's the Titanic and they're going to drop like a decent amount to the deaths, but it's shallow water. They only drop like not even 10 feet. That's so funny. But this is a town that's like right by the town that this water park that they're about to open in this movie is at. So I would never take a chance. I would never go in water again if I lived near a town where there was an incident where a 200 million-year-old piranha escaped from deep ocean and massacred a whole town on spring break. Never. I knew you were going to fuck with me with that soon. I was waiting. I was waiting a day or two. I was gonna say that's coming. Yeah, I've been meaning to get to it, but then I've been doing the streams this weekend, and it was my sister's birthday 2 days ago. So yeah, this week I got 4 planned. So Feast 3 will be the first one. Poltergeist 3 will be the second one, right? And then King Kong, the original King Kong from 33. And then a non-horror film, but an excellent movie with Al Pacino and John Cazale, Dog Day Afternoon by Sidney Lumet, who was another excellent director. Some people will say he's one of the best there is and ever was, but I'm not. I've seen maybe 3 or 4 movies of his, so I'm not the best to comment on his body of work. Dude, if there were piranhas in a lake near me, I would move to yeah, it's so far from water. It's not. I wouldn't even drink water from the tap or anything where I'm at, just to be extra safe. Because isn't this the one? This is the one, right? When they have sex, not the main girl, but her friend with her boyfriend, and then the piranha bites his dick off because it's inside of her, and then it bursts out of her. Like this movie's wild. But I remember it being. Remember how I said last week with the first. I keep saying first, but you know what I mean. 3D, the first in this timeline. How the CGI is fine. Go nuts with it. That's the type of movie you go crazy with CGI for. It's still mostly fine in this, but some of it looks a lot cheaper and doesn't work as well. So, I mean, that's one little negative with this sequel. But overall, I really enjoy this one too. Yeah, exactly. You're going to dedicate your graduation to your girlfriend. Oh, that's nice, man. In some way, she will see it, and she's watching down. Oh man, it's like right in my back here, like the shoulder blade, but then it also like goes down to here, like the side of your upper arm. Oh, it's so bad. I haven't like whatever it is, slept on a room, pulled a muscle or something. I haven't had one this painful in years. And why do I think for some reason the director of this movie is the same director of Feast and Feast 2 and 3? Probably because it is. Let me look. John Gulager, right? Maybe I'm thinking of another movie. No, yeah, he did Feast too. And Feast, yeah, I mean the whole trilogy. And then he did Zombie Night a year after this in 2013, which I don't think I saw that. Then he did a Children of the Corn sequel, Children of the Corn Runaway in 2018. I knew because it's on Tubi and it shows you the cast right before you throw it on. And I saw John Gulager or whatever you pronounce it as. And since I've been doing the Feast movies and doing the videos on them, rewatching them, I have that name ingrained fresh in my memory. And it makes a lot of sense. Like very similar, not too similar, but pretty similar with the absurdness and the tones. Well, it's okay. Some of it has dated badly, though. The CGI in this? Yeah. Oh, you're talking about, yeah, the first one, 3D? Yeah, there's still CGI in that's not the greatest either. Like that exact scene you're talking about. That whole little whirlwind or whatever it is with the vortex of the ocean sucking them down. It's so CGI heavy. It doesn't look that great. It doesn't look great. It doesn't look good even. But most of the CGI in both of these, they hold up. Yeah, I know, right? And I mean, I've always had back issues since I was like a teenager, but the fucking shoulder right here, oh, I don't. It's got to be I slept on it wrong because I don't remember bashing the side of my arm into a door or some shit. There's no reason for me to do that. I was like fucked up or anything that I would forget. But it is a little better today than yesterday. But it's still a bit hard. I had pizza and Pepsi beverage for dinner. Nice. I had pizza the other day. Yeah, so this chat, that's I already forgot his fucking name again. See? I can't remember this guy's name for the life of me. David Koechner. Chet is his name here. He's the stepdad of, forgot her name, didn't get it yet. The main chick. Very, very good looking chick, too. And she can't stand him. Rightfully so. He's an overbearing prick, this guy. All he cares about is wet t-shirts and opening up this water park. He doesn't listen to any warnings. He's like corrupt too, and there's a corrupt cop. There's some subplots in this sequel that's not great either. So, I mean, it does take it down a bit from the last movie, but still very fun. He's a clue son. Oh, what is her name? The main girl doesn't tell you on Tubi. You got to quit out. I like how Prime you can just browse up and it tells you the cast right there. Yo, Russ. What's going on, brother? How you doing, man? Oh, and Russ, good. I'm glad you canceled the membership thing because I didn't know if you heard me in that last stream because I was saying as you were leaving, I was like, oh, I've been meaning to tell you since you have a different account to cancel the membership because so you don't keep it getting charged for it every month and stuff. And then I saw that you stopped, so I said, all right, good. I didn't know if you heard me or if you left like before you heard it. You've seen Piranha 3DD, right, Russ? You were watching along John Dies at the end the other night. This painkillers is starting to kick in a little bit though, so it's feeling a little better. Evening, JT and chat. Bruce. I still don't know where that whole Bruce shit between you guys started. I mean, I know you've explained it to me like once or twice, but not fully. And it was through like chat or something. So I never got the whole story. But all I know is you both call each other Bruce and it's funny as shit. Even though I don't know why. Is this girl the friend of the main chick? The blonde? The one that has sex and bites the dick off her boyfriend? Well, the piranha does inside of her. And she dies and stuff too. Is she the same actress from Tucker and Dale versus Evil? It looks like Allison, the character from that movie. I think it is. Because this is 2 years after Tucker and Dale versus Evil. Now it's going to bother me. I got to look it up. 99.9% sure it is. Katrina Bolden. Is that right? Bowden. And she also starred in the films Tucker and Dale versus Evil from 2010 and Piranha 3DD and Scary Movie 5. I didn't know that. But I knew it. She's so gorgeous. I mean, in this, but especially in Tucker and Dale, which is a favorite horror comedy of mine. Hey, what up, April? How you doing, man? Again with the Bruce shit. Good day, Bruce. Jolly old governor. Everybody's saying, hey, nice. Yeah, I figured you've seen this one. Last our old debt card. You lost your old debt card, so I have to get a new one. That's why. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know why your account changed and everything. Because I said we were all worried about May was messaging me on Instagram. Karen was messaging me, and then me and Ginger were talking about you and saying, "Where the fuck is he?" Because you're always around. So we were starting to worry about you. So it was when I saw you a few weeks ago back, I was like, "Oh, good, thank God." And distracted because already forgot her name, the actress, but Allison from Tucker and Dale. She's getting naked here. This is when she gets infected by the piranha. The piranha? The piranha goes up a vagina. I don't know how that combined to make piranha, but somehow it did. Oh, there's a stupid scene in this movie, too. It might be this scene. I forget when. I haven't seen this in a while, so I forget which kill scenes happen when. When they're in like the van, the minivan, and it's tipping over into the water, and the piranha are swimming around in there, and they can't get off a van that's like 10 feet away from the shore and escape. It's so dumb. I'm pretty sure it's this scene, maybe. But I really think she's the one that has the piranha problem. Pretty sure I remember that. Everybody saying hello to each other again. There's okay, no, because that's not Allison. That's the character's name. Or is it? Because she looks different right there. Her hair is a lot darker. No, it is. Shelby is her name in this. Yeah, this is when the fish. No, because that's the van that has that whole trouble. It's a different couple. They're fucking in this van or whatever. Then somehow they end up in the water. This movie definitely has a lot more pacing issues than 3D. Mostly the water park opening and the whole finale, the last half hour or so. That's what you're waiting for. I mean, yes, in the first movie too, but at least it's consistent throughout all of it. I enjoy that whole movie. This, it takes a bit to get there. There is good stuff along the way, though, as we've said. Oh, that's right. She stupidly handcuffs her boyfriend to the inside of the van, fucks with the key, puts it in her bra. That's why I was never into that shit. You never know what the hell could happen. Have a heart attack right then and there, like Gerald's game, and then you're stuck handcuffed to a fucking van, and it could roll into a piranha infested ocean in seconds, and you're dead. That's why I've never got kinky with the handcuffs. Because of piranha. That's why. Because that's exactly what happens. They go flying into the lake. And they just can't seem to get out of here. This scene gets really stupid. Yeah, because they can't find the key now. This is why you don't do that shit. They can't find the key to the handcuffs. The van's starting to sink a little slow for how it would actually sink, but whatever. And then the piranha, you see, they're in the lake now. From Lake Victoria, the town over, wherever the hell it is, it's way too goddamn close for my comfort to be in this town. And he's looking for the key, and for some reason she doesn't. They both can't get out. I remember he gets out somehow, but they both die. So I mean, it seemed like a very easy escape for her after she realized he was fucked, right? As soon as she said screaming, drive, his thing is synced for the most part, it's sunk. He's getting his blood in the water. At that point, I mean, all right, I'm going to get to shore. Yo, sense. What's up, man? How's everything? Hope you had a good weekend and Monday. Oh, that's right. His hand is bitten off. That looks all right. Again, it doesn't look as good as the practical effects in 3D. This is where it's stupid because, I mean, yeah, there's piranha in the water. It still hasn't sank the vein completely. It's still, its ass is still out of the water. And she is standing on top of it. I'm telling you, it's so close to the shore. It's 10 feet, 15 maybe. If you got a running start off the top of that van, you could clear 10 feet and you can just get to the shore. But she doesn't. She ends up fucking dying. But we wouldn't have a movie. Today was a holiday. Was it? Oh yeah, Canadian holiday. You told me about that the other night. What holiday is that? She does die, right? Because it cut to a Tubi break this way. I hate watching movies on Tubi. Pretty sure she's dead though. She doesn't like show up again. Trying to like rest my arm up here on the post. That seems to help with the friggin' muscle. Doesn't the main girl here, wasn't she in like some famous movie or a famous TV show? I can't remember. Danielle Panabaker. That's the actress. Even the CGI and the practical piranha don't look as good in this movie as 3D. They just had a close-up shot of one. I was like, doesn't look that great. All right, what was she in? Oh, she was in Friday the 13th, the remake from 09. That's why she looks familiar. But I think she was in like something else, like a popular thing. Oh, the Crazies remake also? But that wasn't popular. It doesn't matter, but she was in something. Something more popular than these type of horror movies. Yo, what's up, Gory? Do you prefer Gory or Tiger? You want to be called Gory or you want to be called Tiger? It's up to you. Stew on it. Let us know. Civic holiday? That's what it was. Makes sense. Well, hope you enjoyed the Monday holiday. Oh yeah, then so like the main chick in this, she just came back from school and there's this cop, the corrupt douchebag cop I was saying very early on. They had something before she left, and then she comes back for this, the whole plot of this movie. And then he's constantly trying to get back with her, and it gets very uncomfortable just watching it at a certain point. But then this guy is such a pussy. He acts like this blackmailing douchebag the whole movie. And at the end of the movie, when the piranha start attacking, he screams like a little girl and runs out of this water park, leaves everybody behind. And he's a cop. Like he's a sheriff deputy. He might even be the sheriff. I don't think he's the sheriff. I think he's like a deputy. But still, he's the first fucker out of that park. But his performance is funny, actually. But then there's this other friend of the main chick who really likes her and always has. And he's a good guy. Not like this dickhead cop. So there's this whole love triangle going on throughout this. It's not the greatest either. I mean, Piranha 3D was very bare bones. There's not a lot of plot to it. It's just they go out on a boat. There's a rift in a lake from beneath. 200 million. I can't say that all together. 200 million year old piranha. That's fucking hard to say. Come out on spring break and they annihilate an entire town, basically, that's in the water. And this, you got a love triangle going on, and you have the stepfather's relationship with the main chick, and I don't know. Some of it just doesn't work. Gory's cool. You don't want to be Tiger? I call you Gory. Sonny. Which, Russ, your new handle now, Sonny, just reminded me of the 4th video that'll be coming out. I always say this week. It should be by the end of this week, that 4th one. But if not, soon after. Dog Day Afternoon with Al Pacino. So we'll be venturing out of horror for a little bit, which we do now and then for a video here and there. But Sonny is his name, Al Pacino's name in that movie. I remember this. Like, her foot falls through the dock and the piranha almost gets her. But then this girl dies right here, doesn't she? Or is this is when it flies up her? No. I haven't seen this in a lot longer than I'm remembering. When did I do the videos on these? Like 2 years ago, maybe? So 2 years, probably, was the last time I saw the sequel here. I watch Piranha 3D maybe once or twice a year. Oh, fuck, man. It's definitely a muscle, but it's like, it really fucking hurts, like for a muscle being pulled. Hey, what up, Scott? You're doing good. I assume that and just ate Wendy's. I wish I had Wendy's actually right now. Wendy's, I don't eat a lot of fast food. I rarely do unless I'm traveling and it's convenient and it's on the way. But I always liked Wendy's. Dragon Ball, Sparking Zero. I never got into the whole Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z stuff. All right, that's right. So they both survive. But now they know there's fucking huge piranha in the water here. And then I remember they go to Christopher Lloyd because he wrote that book on the piranha and the whole thing that happened, and that his theories that they're going to evolve. And I hate that they didn't go in the direction with this movie that they implied at the end of 3D. When Christopher Lloyd calls at the end and says, those are just the babies that you've been seeing the whole movie. And then the huge piranha comes. I don't even know if that's a piranha. Comes out and just eats Adam Scott's head right off as it flies by. I thought we were going to get like huge ass piranha in this movie, but we don't. They just go right back to the regular size piranha, which I said when we were watching 3D last week was probably because of the setting. You're in a water park. It makes sense to have regular sized piranha that can get into the pipes and the tubes and all that instead of these giant piranha. Having said that, I would love to see another piranha movie with giant ass piranha that follows up 3D, because that was a missed opportunity, in my opinion. That's a cool shot of the desert that they're driving through. And Christopher Lloyd is getting up there. 86 years old, Christopher Lloyd. I didn't think he was that old. I was going to guess maybe early 80s, I was going to guess, but not 86. And Ellen Burstyn's fucking 90 or 91, which I can't believe. It's one of my favorite actresses. I think it's 91. We got a Tubi break. That's why I'm looking this shit up to keep myself occupied. Not that you guys aren't doing that. I need to know. She's 92 now, see? So if I didn't look it up, it would have bothered me. Oh, is this when this guy, the corrupt deputy? Oh, no, all right, he's with the girl. But he meets up at some point with the stepfather, and the town doesn't want them to open the water park because they get wind of the piranha problem, which any town would make sure this fucker shut this place down. I don't care where you are, how remote it is. Come on, they'd be calling in the CDC. They'd be calling in so many agencies with an event like this. Piranha, 200 million year old piranha. See, that time, good. We're making progress. No way that he would have been able to open that water park. Even though he does open it in a legal way, they make some bullshit up when he meets with the corrupt cop who's trying to fuck his stepdaughter again, because they dated in the past. He he waives permits for him and takes bribes from him, and he installed some pipeline that goes from the lake into the water park. And that's how the piranha get it. It feels lazy. I don't know. It feels like a lazy way of getting them into this water park eventually. But we got Christopher Lloyd now on screen, which is always fun. Oh, he has one of the piranha that they brought him, and it's in a fish tank, and he puts a steel barrier in between to cut it in half, the fish tank. So there's two sides of it. And then the piranha just starts banging against the steel to try to get to a frog on the other side of it. And man, these things are strong because it does eventually break through it. And in the last second, this dumbass who wants to, always like the main character girl. I still don't have a name for her. He reaches his hand in to rescue the frog right when the piranha breaks through and is about to eat it. Come on, man. Are you kidding me? Some of the writing is real stupid in this. And then he gives an excuse. His excuse is, I had a pet frog or something. Yeah, I had a pet frog once. Come on. Are you kidding me? That's so stupid. Looking up stuff already. Probably should look up this fucking woman's name in this story. Because I don't hear it because I have the volume down. So it doesn't get picked up. Maddy. That's it. Maddy. See, that's the name I will remember, unlike her stepdad's actor's actual name. Oh, that's right. That's how they explain a lot of the writing, actually, now that I'm watching it again, is really stupid in this. There were Christopher Lloyd's character, and he's saying that something in the lake is making them confused, or possibly that would make them seek out, weird drainage systems that would take them to fresh water or chlorinated water. That's not, I don't know, something like that. All as bullshit to make it make a little sense for why they infest the water park later. That's all that is. Because none of it makes sense. It sounds like Christopher Lloyd smoking crack when he's describing all of that. None of it makes sense. Oh, shit. I can't believe that guy reached his hand in there to grab that frog. You stupid guy, you. Who does that? Hey, Rocky. How you doing, on? Hope you had a good weekend and Monday and now Tuesday, depending where you are. What did you say, Russ? As of now, I turn. Oh shit, that's right. It is your birthday, Russ. It's midnight. Happy birthday, Russell. I hope you have a great day, man. Both now and throughout the whole day. And I know your type because we're similar. You'd be partying a few days for your birthday, right? It's a whole weekend event. That's how mine always is. But happy birthday, man. You are, and it really means a lot. Your friendship and all your support, all this time for me and the channel and everything, always being around, hanging out. You're truly an awesome dude. So thank you, and have a amazing birthday. And if I missed anyone, there you go. Get some birthday wishes going. Happy birthday, Russ. That's awesome. Great age. Yeah, this is when Allison from Tucker and Dale. I'm not calling her Shelby. This is fucking Allison. That'll always be her name because I love Tucker and Dale versus Evil. Allison here is sitting in bed and she don't feel good. That's when the I forget if it bursts out of her after that. Yeah, after they have sex because it has to bite his dick off first. And I don't know how I never get any of these videos demonetized or anything. But that's what happens in the movie. So that's always my defense. I'm describing exactly what's going on here. It's the whole point of this channel. Yeah, she's acting all crazy. Does that reflect what Christopher Lloyd smoking crack? He wasn't, but that's how he sounded. With his whole explanation of them getting confused because she starts saying she starts acting weird, saying she's in pain, but then she says come on, you can come inside me, you can do whatever you want, stuff like that. So is she acting confused because the piranha are confused for some reason that makes no sense coming from Christopher Lloyd? I don't know. That's weirdly written too. Happy Bruce Day. There you go. We got to make that stick. Piranha fever. Oh, okay. All right. I see potential in that actually for a trailer. That might happen actually. And good thing I didn't put money up with Al yesterday, last night. I mean, I recorded everything for his thing already for Halloween. I just said I'll have it edited and on your desk in the AM. And I was not editing this morning. So I said, fuck that. So he'll get it tomorrow or the next day, when something like that, when I feel like editing that. But it's recorded at least. And I actually had fun recording that. Because he said 3. I gave 3 sequels that aren't really sequels, but successors, spiritual successor in a way. Then, we were talking about, with the Romero Dead films. Then I blasted off 25 sequels that I think are better than the originals. So, and I told Al, that's why I said in the group, that's why I said, make sure just to get on record that he's airing all of it because I just finished recording it. And it's not that long, but I rattled off a lot of movies. So I have a lot of sequels that I prefer to the original. This is not one of them. Again, in this timeline of Piranha, this incarnation. They keep saying original. It's not the original. And the original sucks, in my opinion. And I feel like there's less piranha in this than in 3D until the end with the water park, because you have to go all out then at the end. It's the climax of your movie. But leading up to that, I feel like we see more in 3D. And again, the pacing is just, it's uneven through some parts of this, but not bad in any way. So now they're fucking these other two. The one with the piranha up inside her, she doesn't know about it. She's about to find out real fast. Actually, the boyfriend's going to find out first. Reminds me of Teeth, the movie Teeth, Vagina Dentata. That's a movie I got to do a video on or review sometime soon. I actually quite enjoy that movie. I throw it on every now and then. It's fucking insanely ridiculous, but it is so entertaining. And of course, he has to say, I'm almost there. I'm almost there. Right when his dick is bitten off by the piranha. I don't know if that makes things better for a second or much worse, but I don't want to find out. And she's like seizing on the bed and shit. Oh, I fucking freaking out. And I like how it's still attached. It didn't bite it off yet. He's still attached to it. The piranha's just hanging on for dear life on him. And he has to cut it off. That's right. It doesn't bite him off. Maybe I was thinking of teeth, even though there's no piranha, but there are teeth in there. And she don't even realize what just happened to him. She wakes up in like a daze. Probably the best scene in the movie until the final act. Let's see. I'm still thinking about sequels. I don't want to do the obvious ones. Yeah, neither did I. Which is why I ended up throwing in just everything in the kitchen sink. So that way there's ones you don't hear of often, ones you do, ones that maybe no one hears of. But I talked like for like 2 minutes on 3 movies, then rapid just this movie I like better than the first one. This one better than that one. This one's better than that one. This one's better than that. Or I prefer to that one, I should say. Yeah, Teeth is a crazy movie. Yeah, that too. It has Riley Steele, and the cast in general is much better. Elizabeth Shue, and like I said when we watched it that time, and I always do when I watch that movie, she was looking fine in 2010 still when they did that movie. She is sexy in that. And then Jerry O'Connell. Yeah. We got Ving Rhames back in this and Christopher Lloyd. But they don't play major roles or anything like that. But Ving Rhames' role in this, I mean, I like it in the first movie too. Might be one of the few things I prefer in this movie to the first one. Ving Rhames. I ain't afraid of no goddamn water. All of his stuff just push me in. He's telling the guy who wheels him around because he lost his legs in the first movie. They all got eaten up by piranha. He has metal stumps, or not stumps, but he has stumps and then metal attached to it. You know what I mean? And he's trying to go into the water and face his fear. And he says, just dump me in. Just dunk me. Just drop me in there. And he's like, I'm not afraid. And then he goes to dump him. He's like, no, 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 no. And it's Ving Rhames. So it makes it that much funnier because he always plays these badass characters like Marcellus Wallace and Pulp Fiction and so many movies like that, roles like that. So he always plays this intimidating guy, and just seeing him like that, No, I'm just kidding. Don't throw me in there. So funny. Is it like peak time for Tubi? It's like the third break in the first like half hour. She was still looking fine in the boys too. The boys or the boy? Like the boy with the doll, but it's really a fucking old guy who, not an old guy, but the son who's like in his 30s who lives in the walls. I don't think you mean that movie. And since you probably don't, I don't think I've seen The Boys. Oh, because it's a show. Okay, that's why. That's not why, but that's increased the odds a lot. Makes sense. And they go on for longer and longer. You ever notice every friggin' year or 6 months, it seems like there's longer commercials and ads on every streaming service, on everything. Every streaming service has bumped up to an upgraded package or some shit that you got to pay extra to not get commercials. It's the whole world is just fucked, man. It's been this way forever, but this is like the near end. Finally, they're over and the movie's back on. Just in time to almost see piranha burst out of her vagina, right? Or is it her mouth? I can't remember. There's a lot of stuff in this movie I don't remember. Piranha 3D, I've seen probably like 2 dozen times. As I said, I watch it like once or twice a year since it came out. I love that movie. This movie, I've seen maybe 4 or 5 times. Not even, maybe 3, 4, something like that. Because when Piranha 3D ends every time, yeah, they're fun to watch back to back sometimes, but not all the time, and not most of the time, actually. It'll end, and Piranha 3D usually will come right up about to play. And then, what else is on? That's usually how it goes. Oh, if there's, since I've been doing more watch alongs and stuff lately in streams, if anybody has good ideas for movies that I haven't done reviews on, so you might have to do some research since there's like 1,200 of them on the channel, or that I haven't done like a watch of, at least in a year or two. But try to pick like some not too common movies, and maybe I'll pick one of those for the coming weeks to do a watch of. That's right. You call him Rocky too. I don't get it. Yeah, I have issues with Spotify offering 30 minutes ad-free music, but then yeah, I know. Everything's like that. It's fucking bullshit. Nice homage though to Nightmare on Elm Street. Maddy's in the tub, her legs are spread, you don't see anything like, but it's the same angle as Nightmare on Elm Street, like from facing her legs. And then instead of the claw coming up, little piranha come out of the faucet, but it turns out being a dream. Just like in Nightmare, actually. And it actually is a cool looking water park. Like you could probably have a blast there if it was on another day that without all the piranha, of course. You probably have a good time there. It's called the Big Wet. So, I mean, there's crazy stuff going on there. It's like an adult themed water park, but yet there are kids there in the kids section, and there's the ginger moron kid. Oh, here's the Hoff. I love how he's playing a tiny ass little Casio cheap keyboard. Yeah, I got to share him singing the song with you guys. To take you away, the hunter's coming today. Oh, that is so sad. Bravo, Haas. Haas. Good job, Hasselhoff. That was fucking brilliant. He's still going. He's really funny in this, actually, though. Him and the little ginger kid and their little relationship it starts as like annoying the shit out of him, and then he has this change of heart where he looks, and it's like the slow zoom where he's looking at him in trouble, and he's realizing like, I got to do something. Like he's taking his side, and he runs to save him, and all of that is probably some of the best stuff in the movie that doesn't have to do with kills and effects work. I read that already. The Hoff, the man, the legend, the ginger moron. Not him though. Here's Ving Rhames. Whenever if I turn my neck this way, that's when it really just like, oh shit, like a fucking pain. So that's how I know I pulled something. If I go this way, fine. She's like a certain, not that far, but if I go a little further, oh, he's so funny. This. We're gonna start out with a harmless little kiddie pool. The worst thing can happen. You can kids with. That's all. He can handle kids whizzing in the pool. Reminds me of that South Park episode when when the kids will go to the water park and they all piss in the pool, and Kyle is so grossed out by it, but everyone's telling him it's so normal. We all do it. I pee in the pool. I pee in the pool. I pee, and they all start saying that to him and stuff. And he's like, no way that everyone, and it grosses him out. That's so funny. And then he has to swim down and grab something in like a urine infested pool. All of that's insane. Great episode. I think it's called like Le Pee, or like literally something like that. Because there's a French guy who owns the water park. Reineck had that from sleeping in the plane. Yeah, it's something like that. Cryo massage and acupuncture. Yeah, I don't have access to acupuncture right now, but I can do the other stuff. And I got other stuff that helps too. But I wish I could get needles shoved into me acupuncture wise, because I had that done before. And once I got acupuncture on a cruise like 15 years ago. And it actually really helped with both back issues and with anxiety and depression for a little bit. But it was only that one time because I was on a cruise. I was with my family. So I got one. I went with my dad. We both got acupuncture and we both felt better. And then it like wears off, but you got to like keep getting it. If you have like chronic issues, I think for it to be more like successful and to stay, less painful, whatever the problem is. But something I'm open to again. They even have these David Hassel coming out, bursting through like paper mache, like a poster. He's a lifeguard, just like in what was it, 90210? Or is it Beverly Hills? I never watched the fucking show he was in. But he comes out dressed like his character and everything. See, they getting wet and wild. Oh, and then there's that fat guy who works here, and doesn't. No, I'm thinking of Final Destination when his ass gets sucked to the drain, but he smokes a joint and then he drops it into something like that and explodes all the piranha, and that's how they kill them. I mean, it's not the best ending either, but it works. And I love how the little ginger kid in a bit doesn't know who David Hasselhoff is. And he's even asking this kid. He's like, "You don't know who I am?" Like, no. He's like, "You're some old dude," or something like that. He's like, never seen this show? Never seen that 2-0? You ever see this? None of that. And he's never heard of him. And he kind of resents that at first, but then the kid grows on him, especially before he's about to die. Yeah, this is when he starts explaining to Maddy, the stepdad, about that illegal, uh, pipe that goes into the water park that just brings the water in. And she's warning him flat out, saying there's a bunch of piranha and they're going to come into this water park. Shut it down. And of course, this douchebag doesn't do it. He is funny on occasion. He's very hit or miss for me. That's a cool shot. And it's all CGI. The piranha like swimming in the water, then they're going into that tube or whatever, the pipeline that takes them into the water park. That looks cool. The Hoff loves eating burgers when drunk. Yes. Does he eat a burger in this? Actually, that's something I never looked out for to see if they threw that in here. But you don't really see him getting drunk in this because he's the lifeguard. But he was a lifeguard in the show. He was always an alcoholic. The roast of him on Comedy Central, if anyone saw that back in the day, man, some of the jokes that they threw at him were brutal. I think that year Anthony Jeselnik started and did that roast. But it might have been Greg Giraldo that I'm thinking of. But it's hysterical either way. They tore the shit out of Hasselhoff. That's one of the funniest Comedy Central roasts. That and Charlie Sheen. Yeah, here he is with the kid. Baywatch. That's it. The fuck am I thinking 90210? Because I never watched any of those shows. That's why. No desire to watch any of that. He is very funny in this. Yeah, his name is David too, the ginger moron. But I would have never remembered that because he's always been a little ginger moron ever since I saw this movie. Oh yeah, the eating burgers all drunk. Burgers are great when you are drunk. I don't drink often. Actually, last night I went. My family, my sister went out for her birthday. Since it was like 2 days before that, and she was working or something like that, and we all met up and went to dinner. And that was like the first time I had 2 drinks, like in 6 months or something like that. Maybe a little less, but that's how often I drink. It's not often at all. But I do have to do something, so I'll turn that off. Dude, this movie's almost over already. When did that happen? I'm talking about pacing issues with this movie and stuff. It seemed like just flying by, but a lot of it has to do with you guys and keeping the chat going and bringing up cool stuff. I feel like I just started this movie like 40 minutes ago. Oh, that's right. That stupid stuff happens in this too. The guy just reminded me because the guy who likes Maddy, the one who's an actual good guy versus the douchebag deputy, they get in a scuffle just now, the two guys, because the guy who likes Maddy is dressed up as a shark and he has this toy, what the hell is it? Trident that like Poseidon uses or Neptune, depending on whichever way you go, mythology wise. But he has this fake trident. It's a little toy. It's plastic. You could break that shit in 2 seconds. And he somehow throws it later on and it spears, I think, a piranha or something in the water. It's so dumb. And this is the point in the movie where, just like the first movie, this is the analog of the lake massacre. All the water's red. There's just people missing limbs and shit all over the place. And he does get his ass bit, the fat guy, by a piranha. That's why I was thinking that. Because he humps the suction, you know, in the pool where the filter pushes the water out. They show him earlier that he's like putting his deck up against it. He's humping it. Said he's doing it again in the middle of all this. So, I mean, some stuff you just can't stop, you know, no matter the situation. I understand that. But he ends up getting the piranha, just bites him on his ass while he's doing that. That's so funny. And here's Ving Rhames walking confidently. He's got shoes on his very, very skinny titanium legs. And he's about to get in that water. And then he reveals that it has a gun on it. And that's the funniest shit ever. He starts blasting these piranha away with his leg made out of a gun. Even though I was just thinking, what came first? Planet Terror in Grindhouse, or this? It's Grindhouse or Planet Terror. And I'm sure it's been done before. I know I've seen that before. But it reminded me of that. And they have like the same type of classical choir music as in 3D when the two chicks are totally naked swimming under the water like mermaids. That's funny. I'm not a lifeguard. I never was one. Yeah, this shot when he hears the ginger kid screaming for help, and he's like, "Sorry, I can't help you." Then he looks away, and then he hears the kid screaming. Then he looks back, and he's staring at him. He's like zooming in on him. I'm like, what do I do? Go away. Like, no, forget it. Then he hears it again. He turns around again. Well, there's some funny gags in this movie, mostly with Hasselhoff. Now that I'm like thinking about it, talking about it, he's probably the best performance in this fucking movie. His tits are jiggling everywhere as he's running to try to save little David, the ginger kid. This, though, even though I keep saying it's not as good as 3D, but it is very fun still, 3D and this back-to-back is an excellent double feature. Like, that is a great 1-2 punch of creature features or monster movies. Not really monster movies, but mutated animal movies that attack the shit and kill you. That genre. Perfect double feature. Yeah, that's right. This guy's looking around. What did I do? I opened this water park. Look at the bloodshed around me. He even gets punched in the face by Maddy. They got to drain the pool. That's the idea. That's the brilliant plan. I mean, good. It's decent. What else are you going to do? Blow the shit up. I mean, that's what the guy ends up doing later. The fat dude who got his asshole eaten out by the piranha while he was fucking the pool. That guy, he throws the joint down there and blows it up. But besides that, you don't need any of that. You just fucking just blow the place up. You're going to get rid of most 99% of those piranha are going to die in an explosion. It's just that the stepfather's not going to be happy about it. The guy still has the piranha sticking out of his ass. And he's showing it to the guy who likes Maddy. Still no name for him either. And he has to rip it out of the guy. He's been standing there this whole time with a piranha jiggling out of his asshole. I mean, I don't know, man. That would have been the first thing. I know. I'm sure it's hard to remove that. I'm sure it's not pleasant, but it's probably not pleasant either. More so, having it continually biting onto your ass. Makes sense, right? Should have removed it. Oh, thanks, buddy. I'll let her know. It was, well, now 3 days ago. It was at midnight. It was on the 2nd, but we went out last night because she was, I think she got off work at like 7. And then by the time she got to her place and then came and stuff, then we all met up, it would have been forever. And it would have been late and shit. So we ended up going last night. And yeah, this stupid shit. Fucking blinking. All right, there we go. The stepfather, he's driving a go-kart to get out of there. And I said, it's one of those, the strings with the little flags, the paper flags, the plastic flags. That's it. That's all they are. And he drives and it just goes through and cuts his head off for no reason. Doesn't make any sense. Just like they needed a decapitation for some reason. How are we going to do it? I could have thought of a million better ways, but somebody said, why don't we have, the those party design stuff, the flags, just, sever his neck and decapitate him. I don't think that guy has a job anymore. This is, I can't say that. All right, something else. This car commercial. Have you ever noticed? I'm sure most of you have. Every fucking car commercial, they're never driving in a city or in a town or anything. They're always driving in a desert, on mountains and across plains. You never see a car commercial where they're just fucking driving normally in a regular environment. It's been happening for like 20 years at least that I can remember. I don't know why they insist on doing that with every car commercial. I don't know about you, but I don't go to the desert and do donuts often or at all. There's no desert near me in New York. But every commercial almost for a car is like that. And yes, I'm aware they need to film it driving and make the commercial. They want open spaces. I don't care. It's stupid still. Here they go. They're pulling off the grand plan. And then something fails and doesn't work, right? Well, no, they're getting sucked out of the pools. 1242. the severed hand and the body parts. That looks cool. There's much less kills and gore that you see in this movie. In this whole last act in the pool or in the water park, you see a lot of blood. You see people getting attacked, but they went much cheaper and lower and everything. I mean, this was released in theaters because I remember thinking that it wasn't when we watched it, watched 3D. And then I was shocked when I saw that it was released to theaters and had a very limited release, the sequel here. But they cheapened it way down. All the effects look real cheap for the most part. There's one or two here and there that looks okay, but nowhere comparable to 3D. Oh, that's right. The guy can't swim. The guy who likes Maddy. And this guy's panicking. Like I said, the deputy. He's freaking out and not helping anyone. He's crying almost in the corner because he's so afraid. But yet he's a deputy and there's people injured all around him. He's not doing shit to help anybody. Which is a funny gag, like his whole character. He is a dicky character, but the whole gag around him, that's good. That's why I was thinking the Mexican guy, the fat guy, gets his ass blown out through the pool filter or whatever, because she gets stuck on the filter when the piranha getting sucked out. And then she gets stuck on it. They think she's going to drown. And then this is right here when he throws the plastic trident through the water while a piranha is about to eat her face. And it stabs him through the eye, the piranha, and it kills this piranha. It has a blue plastic, like under 3 years old type top to it. That's what this trident looks like. It's so dumb. What a stupid scene. Actually, the whole character of the guy who still has no name, who likes Maddy and gets her in the end, gets the girl. Everything to do with him really stupid. Him reaching in to grab the frog and almost getting his hand bitten off because he's an idiot and he was sentimental about a frog he had once 20 years ago. Everything he does in this movie. But it's a decent performance. Like, no one does a bad job in this movie. Oh, 100%. Absolute cash grab. But it's one of those ones that turned out being a fun one. Like one of those fun cash grabs that just turns out, yeah, we're doing this absolutely for the money. And because the last movie did fairly well, which Piranha 3D did fairly well in theaters and with critics too, and the audiences. So it was a successful remake. So they definitely wanted to milk that. And this was rushed. This came out, it was filmed probably a year before. So it was filmed the year after Piranha 3D came out. So they rushed the hell out of this too. You don't have Elizabeth Shue, like I said, Jerry O'Connell. I mean, all the cast members are either old as shit and not relevant anymore, like David Hasselhoff, or you have these young ones who aren't as well known. They're, that generation, they're growing into their careers, or ones that you've never seen or heard of or never will again. A mixture. But yeah, cash grab. But at least they did it in a fun way. I forgot how funny this sheriff deputy is. When he he picks up this body out of the water, right? He's so disturbed and is so afraid. And he's a sheriff deputy, or maybe he's the sheriff. I don't know. I don't want to give him that much credit, because if he's the sheriff, this town is beyond fucked before any of the piranha stuff happened. But he ends up picking up this body out of the pool, and he says, "I need a medic. I need a medic." And you see the corpse. It's deader than dead. There's no skin on the body. It's just bones. It's muscle and skeleton. And he's carrying it out of the water. "I need a medic." He's screaming for help. Oh, that's so funny. I forgot all about that. Oh, that was too funny. But now they all blew up. Fat Mexican who likes humping pools and getting bit in the ass. He sacrificed himself, blew up all the piranha. Well, he didn't sacrifice himself. Well, maybe. I don't know if he survived that shit. But basically, just blew up all the piranha in the water and the pipelines and stuff. It's not like a huge explosion, which would have been my preferred way, as I said, of getting rid of this whole problem. The ending is great, though, because of David Hasselhoff, just like most of the movie, and because of the ginger moron kid, just like most of the movie. No one gets you wetter. Oh, God, I can't. I got to stop twisting like quick like that, because then that's when it like sharp pain. This kid goes up. That's all. Yeah. Oh my God. I forgot all about this too. How dumb this is. You thought that was bad with the trident? So did I, because I totally forgot that trident came like flying out of the water, like fluid out of one of the pipelines. It goes into the air and like a jet stream of water. He don't realize it. The plastic trident comes down and just impales him through the face, and he dies. Oh man, this is a good idea though. This definitely helped get my mind off the pain. And typical 2000s pop punk music, like Blink 182 esque type stuff. Oh yeah, then we get another call from Christopher Lloyd right at the end, just like the last one. They're evolving. Now they're learning to walk. But you get proof here with the kid getting killed. But if you didn't see that, I'd take his theories with a grain of salt, because there were no big ass piranha in this movie, and they're the same size as the kids that he said they were in the first. So this kid goes up, there's no water. He's filming this piranha in front of his mom. "Don't worry, Mom. They're slow on the land." And it just jumps and just decapitates this little ginger moron. And that's exactly what David Hasselhoff says. Stupid ginger moron. And then it ends. Such a fun movie, but nowhere near as good as Piranha 3D. Nowhere near. And I laugh every time I see the Weinstein's names come up as producers, or anything. Anytime they come up for any reason, which they were executive producers for this. And I believe 3D also. But I paused it literally on them, which is never good. You never want to be staring at the Weinstein's for any reason, having them staring back at you. Let's see. Maddy went on to do The Flash and Friday the 13th. She was the sister, right? Was she the one that got kidnapped by Jason and was held underground? All the stuff I don't like what they did with that remake with Jason. Kidnapping her, bringing her underground, tunnels and shit like that, trapdoors. I mean, it does make sense a little bit. He lives in the woods and off the land. So, yeah, but I like not seeing it in the original franchise versus seeing it. I don't know. Oh, she was Trent's girlfriend. Okay, yeah, that's right. Okay, I could see it now. And her tits are not stupendous because he's cheating on her with with the one with the stupendous tits in that one. But yeah, it's all right, that remake. I'm more excited for anything new from the Friday franchise, the show, and hopefully a movie. And Hellraiser apparently is getting a video game, which I've never been a Hellraiser fan, as you guys know, but it's a video game. It's a horror video game. So I'll probably check it out. I want to also check out the I read that Killer Clowns video game. I never got around to that. Texas Chainsaw Massacre game, I played for 2 rounds. And I said, this isn't that fun. And then I stopped playing and I never picked it up again. I mean, I should try that again because I know they built on it a lot, but it felt like Dead by Daylight, which I hate that game. I do not like that game. I tried. I own it on 2 different systems that I bought them like probably less than 10 years ago, maybe 10 years ago, maybe. I don't know when they came out. Never cared for them. Can't get into them. Dead by Daylight. And they milked the shit out of all the horror packs and stuff that they add to it. Friday the 13th, the game was really, really good, except for all the network issues and the no dedicated server glitches galore. And that game was a disaster. But I played it at day 1 when that game dropped until it was shut down. And I even have the Tom Savini skin of Jason because Xbox Store and PlayStation Store on separate days both accidentally let that skin go on the store, and everyone flooded there and downloaded it, and they never took it back or anything like that. I think they did actually for one system, but not the one that I have it on, which is Xbox. So they might have done it with PlayStation, but that was a really cool design. Tom Savini's Jason design for the game. Played TCM for a bit when it released, but then got bored. Yeah, for me too. But my bit was literally like probably 15 minutes. Like whatever a round times 2 is how long I played that for. But all right, guys, that's Piranha 3DD. Too bad we never got a 3DDD. Or like a pair of F's, or I need a special order, Piranha special order, something like that. We never got a new Piranha movie. Maybe we will in the future. You never know, because we just keep getting things remade over and over again. Apparently, there might be a sequel to I Know What You Did Last Summer, the remake. Or well, the sequel, remake, requel, whatever you want to call it, the terrible film that I experienced watching when it came out, when I downloaded it. That movie might be getting a sequel. I saw someone say it somewhere. Who knows how credible that is, but it sounds like a train wreck already. 3DDD was the total recall version. I mean, I want to see a crazy Piranha 3DD. They don't have to call it that. They can call it whatever they want. But just another insane Piranha movie that's more, as much as I like how ridiculous the first one is, 3D, I'd like to see a real serious version, but done in the same way with the over-the-top kills and all the gore and the CGI and all of that, but in a very dark, serious way. That's a Piranha film that I want to see. And with that, I will let you guys go because I'm going to lay down for a bit. My fucking shoulders are really starting to hurt me. But I will rest it up. And then Feast 3, Poltergeist 3, King Kong. And I always forget for the 4th one. Anytime I go through 4 movies that I have planned, Dog Day Afternoon is with Al Pacino. Will be the 4th. So expect those in the next 7 days. So which take notice of how I say that, because it is technically Tuesday. So not this week, next 7 days. And I'll plan some watch party for Friday watch along, and Twin Peaks on Saturday. So, all right, guys, everyone have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.